What's going on, guys? It's your artist, your favorite artist, Andaluz the artist, currently in Miami. We are in Wynwood again. If you know what time it is, you know what season it is, it's Art Basel season, or Art Basel, whatever you want to call it. Here in Miami right now, about to get started early morning, because you know when we do these things we have to do it early before traffic starts to come. And I'm excited because I have one of my favorite artists to do it. I'm gonna put on a wall. He goes by the name of Bob Ross.
Ready to have some fun? Let's do it.
What we're doing here is we're just gonna have fun with it. We just want to dab a little bit of paint on here.
Look how happy he is.
Use this and we're gonna figure out a background.
Okay.
We'll have one little mountain going up here. There's one little mountain right there. Let it simmer off. Maybe we could put a little river here. There's no wrong way to do this. So we're gonna make this mountain go down. This is the horizon line right here. There's gonna be a little lake here. It's gonna go down like this. Huh? I had a whole different thing, but since this wall is wider than I expected, we're just freestyling. We're just winging it.
Bob Ross is the one, yeah.
We're gonna do this Bob Ross style, like literally.
Ready to have some fun? Let's do it.
As you see, we have a little bit of a sky. It was supposed to be a night sky, but I don't want too dark because when it is snowy and northern lights, it's actually more vibrant. So we're gonna add a little more of a gradient. There's gonna be a stream that's rolling right here. We're creating our own mountainous image, the same way Bob Ross would do it, but in a larger scale. So we're rolling in those background colors. We made the blends. I'm gonna blend in a little better with the spray can. Remember, it's northern lights, so we're gonna have a lot of colorful lights in the horizon. So what I'll do here, since the hair is kind of dark from what I see, I'm gonna get close to the edges with a fat cap, like a super fat cap, to fill in that dark brown area, because that's the deepest part. Like if you're doing a face or anything, or even like landscape, you want to paint the deepest part first, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna do that up here where his hair is at. And then it kind of blends down here. So his hair it's curly, so you're just gonna go round and round to create an effect at first. There's certain parts in the hair, like the outer part of his hair gets lighter because the background starts to shine through, right? But since we have the blue, I'm gonna go over the blue so you can see the blue behind it. So I'm just gonna go a little higher with the darks so that I can go lighter. And then certain areas where it's lighter, even though it's a lighter brown, I wanna give some shades before so that you can see depth. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, but I just want to see something.
Go ahead, go on with your bad self.
Like a G in the night. So you got to do that so now it reflects here. Oh yeah, we killing it. It's about the flick of the wrist. All right, guys, so we're here with Nick. This is Nick, legendary right here. He's the Bob Ross instructor. He runs the Bob Ross workshop, right?
Bob Ross Art Workshop.
Bob Ross Art Workshop. And he is helping out with some of this background. We filled in a little bit of it. And now he's gonna put his magic touch. He's gonna paint happy trees.
Bob's big mural brush.
Look at this, that's Bob's big mural brush. There's not many of those, right? It's limited. He was gonna come out with those, then this is magic right here, what's going on. So I'm excited to even have him a part of this. It's gonna be a happy, joyful evening. We're out here right now. Got Nick in the back. He is putting in crazy work. Look at that mountain. This is extreme Bob Ross style. This is to the max. We're taking it to a whole nother level right here. My God. It's going, whoo. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. Oh, look at that. Little happy trees. Look at the technique. Look at that. Now he's just showing off.
Those little trees just live in your brush. All you gotta do is push them out.
Yes, that's it. That's it right there. That's amazing. That's amazing. So what we're doing here is adding some of those snow highlights.
Happy little highlight.
Happy little highlights. This guy is phenomenal. It's like the spirit of Bob Ross is on him. Yeah, that's nice.
All for you, Bob.
All for Bob. All right, so what we're gonna do is we have these background mountains. I want to put some of this northern light effect in the background with the spray and the mist. So in the horizon, if you look lower, it's always lighter, and as it gets up higher, out of the atmosphere, it gets darker. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this teal color, and we're just gonna mist it. It's not as misty over there, but it's gonna mist over here a little more, so we can blend in that effect. It's all about layering. The northern lights just flow. So we want this to flow the same way the northern lights will flow. There's no right or wrong way. It's however you feel like going. Put a little pick over here on this side to blend it in. We're now going to blend these colors in. And it's going to make like a purple color because the two colors blending softly.
So we got our happy big fan brush now. Let's see if it makes a little tree. There we go.
It's not the same. Yes, yes.
There we go. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Little texture.
Look at this. He snuck in some snow caps up in here. Look at these little dabs.
It's snowing in Miami.
It is snowing in Miami. Look, there's snow and then there's a palm tree right there. Palm
Big
tree.
coat out yet?
Oh yeah. Those are the biggest trees he's ever painted.
By far.
Those are the biggest trees right there. Look, those are human-sized trees.
Yeah, that one's taller than me.
Yep. All right, what I'm gonna do here is I made the background silhouette for Nick. Nick was only here for one day because he's super busy and overwhelmed. He did an amazing job with the Bob Ross technique. What I'm gonna do now is I wanna separate the background from some stuff in the foreground. So this overlay kind of goes over a front area that extrudes. So I kind of want that to be its own separate mountain in front of this mountain. So I'm gonna use some of this dark blue that I use here just to clean this up so it looks like its own separate mountain, and then we'll add the shade so it has rigid lines, and we'll add some highlights down here because the moon is there, so it's going to be hovering right over this section right here, and then we'll add some of these effects that Nick had added yesterday. And yeah, let's get into it. Learned a lot from Nick yesterday. Picked his brain and have a little bit better of an understanding about this landscape thing, which I don't do as much, but an artist is an artist, right? We do what we got to do. So see, we gave some separation from the foreground and the background. You got some green there, we'll switch that up. Now that we have a different peak, what I'm gonna do is add some of those highlights from the moon up here. Being that this is actually in front, it might not be as vibrant as that, but I'm still gonna add that highlight so there's some blends. The trees down here, since they're closer, will be a little bigger. Let's get to it. Because it's art, I'm not doing a one solid wall. I'm painting, so however it is that you do it, that's how we do it. Take some of that paint off so it's a little drier. We're gonna kind of create the mountain facade, or the way it cuts. I'm gonna fade it out a little there too. I'm utilizing what Nick did over this side so I could create a similar aesthetic, being that it's in the same alley kind of vibe, which means that through thousands or millions and millions of years, this was formed. Lights over there, so we're gonna kind of fade it. We want to just fade it off, taper it off, so that you see the trees, so it doesn't, so there's contrast between the foreground and background. We're gonna kind of, we're pushing harder at the top so that more paint comes off, and as we get lower, we're just gonna gently roll so it kind of fades off into yonder. See what we're doing here? Up higher, it's always gonna have more light. We don't wanna get in the way of what Nick did there. I don't mind mixing colors, like I said, because nothing is exact. All right, so now I put like a very light, like it's a lighter blue, but it also has like a hue of green in it, more like a very light teal color. And so like a Tiffany green almost. So what I'm gonna do is, over there's a little more pink, which works out perfectly, but over here it turns to like teal hue, right? It's kind of similar. I did this like by accident actually, but I'm gonna add some of that up here, and then I'm gonna add the lighter blue highlights so it looks a little more realistic with the blends, and we'll see what happens. I want this a little more drier. And there's a hard brush, there's an old brush that just got hardened. We're gonna use this for, because you can use anything to paint. We're gonna use this as like a kind of like a palette knife. Oh, almost lost it there. Right, take some of that off, and now we can literally pull and give some of those hard edges. So now we can kind of move, we could direct this mountain where we need to direct this mountain. So we're gonna take off a lot of that excess white so it's a little more dry. And now we can powder it down. And if we gotta, I like to use my finger a little bit for certain blends, but a mountain's a little harder, so it doesn't need that many blends, but you just dab it like this, and it looks like like powdered snow on the top. And a few highlights in here. Because the moon is up there, so we're gonna Alright guys, so now what we're gonna do is now that we have some of the background in, as you can see some highlights, I'm gonna mist it out a little bit. I'm gonna add some of these trees, these little happy trees. How's the font look?
It's gonna be neon. Like
It's gonna be neon, so I'm just. All right.
When I walk these streets, I know I don't walk it alone. I could've swore I did. When I feel this pain, I know I don't feel it alone. I could've swore I did. I put my hand up to the sky, Now every day I pray. I put my hand up to the sky, Now every day I pray.
I used to think that nobody could stop me. Thought it was rocky, never was humble, always was cocky. People they doubted, I told them watch me, girls call me Poppy.
I was the one, I thought that I was just dumb. Didn't realize what I was gonna become. Didn't rely on the father and son. Did it for clout, did it for fame. Did it for girls to be screaming my name. How about a Rollie, how about a Lexus? Did it all just so I could be respected. Been in the streets, been in the clubs, been kinda reckless. Now I'm feeling restless, I'm under protection when God is invested. My time's been corrected, I check my reflection, there's still imperfection. And I learned my lesson.
When I walk these streets, I know I don't walk it alone. I could've swore I did. When I feel this pain, I know I don't feel it alone. I could've swore I did. I put my hand up to the sky, Now every day I pray. I put my hand up to the sky, Now every day I pray.
I thought I was at it again. I made it without all my friends. I'm kinda disturbed, my vision was blurred. I couldn't see out of the lens. I'm looking for help. Most times I feel I can do it myself. I've been through the mud, I thank God above for giving me knowledge of self. Open the curtains, you seeing the weather and how it's a burden. There's some rain and sunshine, just know that the pain is for certain. And I'm working to do better than yesterday. To build up the energy, I was irrelevant. And the colors were hella gray, I could care what you telling me. People stay tripping, so I'm calm the melody. It's time to celebrate, we're seeing better days. Hands to the sky, so I pray and I meditate. One day I wake up and be in a better place. Until that time I continue to educate all of the youth that are looking ahead of me. Searching for God, He's the truth and His heavenly. Praise to the Father and I bring back the melody.
I know I don't walk it alone. I could've swore I did. When I feel this pain, I know I don't feel it alone.